What is up, you awesome people? And welcome back to yet another Wi-Fi Wednesday shenanigans! So I'm in the mood to do another Wi-Fi Wednesday episode, probably because I've been lazy KrimZen for the last week or so due to technical issues and me just being plain lazy. So here's another Wi-Fi Wednesday for you guys, because as I said, I'm in the mood to narrate another one. So for everyone who's missed the previous Wi-Fi Wednesday, which was put up 3.5 hours ago, which is the introduction to this team that I'm going to be showcasing once again, make sure to go check that out. And with that, let's jump into these battles. So as I said, the first one's going to be quite short, and then the second battle I'm going to be showing is going to be relatively long, but it really does showcase just how much potential the Hail Room team has. So this one is up against a Gardevoir, Salamence, Charizard, and Greninja, and I do believe when I looked at it in the team preview, I was kind of confused as to who the Mega would be, because it could have been absolutely anyone. Could have been the Gardevoir, could have been the Charizard, and it could have been whoever the other Mega potential was. I just forgot just then. Anyways, I'm going to leave with a Greninja and a Charizard. So I'm like, probably not Mega Charizard, because hey, why would you do a Mega Charizard with Drought with a Greninja? So I've got the Jellicent and the Mawile lead. So normally I go with the Jelly Snow lead, but I decided to mix up a little bit here and go for the Mawile and a Jellicent here, and I thought it might be just a little bit better. Anyways, go for the Protect here, just thinking that the Charizard would have gone for something like a Flamethrower, an Overheat or something. Mat Block goes up on the Greninja. Proton Test changes it into a Fighting type, which is fine with me because, hey, it's not really an attacking move. So there's the Flamethrower from the Charizard, so I'm assuming it's Choice Scarfed, maybe? A lot of Charizards who don't Mega Evolve are usually Choice Scarfed. So they're going to swap out the Greninja there, I'm not really too sure why, and they go into the Gardevoir. I'm like, that's fine with me because, hey, I can just Iron Head that Gardevoir and OHKO it, especially with the huge power on the Mega Mawile and Max Attack as well. So yeah, as I said there, didn't matter what I really went for, Play Rough or even Iron Head, that just demolishes the Gardevoir. So Scald there as well onto the Charizard from the Jellicent, that does just over 3/4 damage there to bring it down to low orange. Flamethrower as well from the Charizard, that's going to... yeah, this Mawile does not like Charizards at all, whether it be Charizard Y or Charizard normal Charizard. I don't think it likes Charizard X either. So here comes the Abomasnow. We're going to get the Hail onto the field, and the Greninja comes back onto the field. So there goes the Snow Warning. And I'm not really too sure what Greninja is going to do, unless it goes for like Dark Pulse onto Jellicent if it's running a special set. Can't really do too much to the Abomasnow unless it's running Him Power Fire. So that Charizard goes down to the Skull from the Jellicent, so that's bye-bye Charizard. As I said, needed to get rid of that thing because the Abomasnow hates it. There's the Energy Ball onto the Greninja, and it goes down. And I was actually saying in the last video, I've seen a lot of Focus Sash Greninjas. I have yet to see one yet with this particular team, which is kind of confusing, and it's confusing me a lot. It's non-Focus Sash Greninja week, it seems. Anyways, their last Pokemon is going to be the Salamence, so that's going to go Intimidate onto my Pokemon, and I'm like, this is probably going to be the Mega, which it is. So that's going to Mega Evolve into Mega Mence. I'm like, this is not good. So it's going to Mega Evolve, goes for the Protect to try and stall me out. I have no idea why they're going Protect, unless they got a funny feeling that I am Focus Sashed. So I'll go for the Will Boost on the Mega Mence there. It does miss because they protected. And they're going to get residual damage there from the Hail. So a little bit of damage there, which is fine. And at the same time, having also said that, I can OHKO this with Blizzard. But it seems every time an Intimidate Pokemon comes onto the field, I always forget I've got a -1 in attack, and I go for Ice Shard. Now, I am running Brave Nature as well, so I'm kind of giving more power to my Ice Shard. Normally, I'd go Quiet Nature, but I thought I might try out Brave and just see how that goes. So, Double Edge there, it's going to bring my Abomasnow down to its Sash. Hangs onto its Sash, that's going to be a lot of recoil damage there to Mega Mence, and more residual damage there to the Mence as well. And I'm actually surprised they don't DC here. I'm thinking, normally they either forfeit or DC because salty, but they actually hang around, which is very nice to see. As I said, the lack of sportsmanship sometimes just, it's kind of disappointment. So I go Protect here because I'm like, Burn's going to kill it off. I mean, I could have finished off with Ice Shard, but I thought, hey, let's just keep the Abomasnow around. I think as well I just wanted to be nice, let them die to Burn. Anyways, that's the game. Hail and Burn would have taken it out anyway, so down goes the Mega Mence, and that's another victory for this team. So yay! Alright, that's that battle. Alright, so this is probably one of the best battles from this particular team. And even though it ended in a loss, it did give me a lot of time to kind of go over and evaluate my own battle style. Now, I've actually mentioned this type of advice before in my previous Wi-Fi Wednesdays, is if you're new or you're someone who wants to get better at Wi-Fi battling, take a recording or whatever, save your battles at the end. If it's a really good battle, it's a close battle, ends in defeat or something, save it and then watch it back a few times. Evaluate what you could have done, evaluate what you could have done better, etc, etc. And there's even another option as well to replay that battle as well. You can use the same team that you use, you can use another team and try and work out how different ways of beating a team, etc. Well, this is what I've done with this particular battle. It's using the World Championships Wolfglick's team from 2016 with some minor changes. I do believe the Raichu used in this battle was not the exact same Raichu that Wolfglick used, I could be incorrect. But it was basically the Wolfglick team. So, because I'd already studied the team beforehand, I was studying it to a bit of like practice for VGC. I kind of knew what I was in for, so at the start of the battle I was like, I wasn't really trying, but then halfway through the battle, a bit late, but I did suddenly go serious. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. And I'll go through and I'll explain the bits where I could have personally done something a bit better. I did make a few mistakes, I will admit about that, but at the same time, as I said, I wasn't really pumped to do one of these battles because obviously being VGC 16 and this team isn't really built for that particular meta. Anyways, they go for the Hitmontop lead and the Raichu lead, so I'm like double fake out coming my way. Can't really fake out the Jellicent because it is a ghost type Pokemon, so protects right off the bat there because I know they'll fake out my Abomasnow, thinking that I'll go for like Blizzard or something. So there's the fake out from the Raichu. Hitmontop goes the fake out as well. I'm like, that's cool, no damage that turn, which was awesome. So I'm assuming the Raichu is going to have like a Assault Vest or something, or if not Focus Sash. Hitmontop again, I was thinking Assault Vest or some other item. I actually failed to study the items on these Pokemon. I studied their moves and everything, just not their items. So if I'm a bit iffy about what their items would have been, that's why. Anyways, I go for the Scald here on the Hitmontop. I'm kind of hoping for a burn just to really shut that Hitmontop down, but it's got a jet button. I'm like, okay, I did not expect that one coming. So they go into their Bronzong. So I'm like, assuming this is a Gravity Bronzong, Gravity Trick Room, I do believe. So it's like a kind of control the speed tiers that go on in VGC 16. So obviously, if your Pokemon get paralyzed, you can then go Trick Room, and to counter that. So the Raichu had Nuzzle. I don't know why they went for the paralysis. I am running a Trick Room team, so that kind of helped me in a way, but at the same time, it did hinder me quite a fair amount. So got the Hail going on there, and I'm also assuming as well, if it is a Gravity Bronzong, it's not going to have Levitate, it will have Heat Proof instead. So I got Leftos going there on the Jellicent, going for the Ice Shard there on the Raichu, forgetting once again that I was intimidated. That was my first mistake, was using the Ice Shard. Should have gone for Blizzard. Anyways, I went for the Will-O-Wisp onto the Bronzong, because normally Bronzong carries the Mental Herb or the Numberry. Unfortunately, it held the ladder, so that wasn't good for me at all. So, cures its burn. It goes for the Gyro Ball onto my Abomasnow. Doesn't really do too much due to the fact that Abomasnow is really slow, but does do quite considerably well because it is super effective. So Voltreat onto the Jellicent from the Raichu, switches back into Hitmontop. Another Intimidate goes off there, bringing my Abomasnow down to -2 attack, which means Ice Shard is going to do nothing, basically. Nothing at all, regardless of running Brave Nature and Max Attack. Alright, so Hail's going to do residual damage to Bronzong, and the Hitmontop, which is great. Leftover is going to recover the residual damage of Hail, done to the Jellicent, bring it back to just below the green, I do believe. And I get the Parahax. Believe me, when it comes to doubles, Para loves me so much, and I hate it with a passion. Anyway, Safeguard goes up from the Bronzong, so I can't freeze, can't burn, etc, etc. So I was wondering what was going on there, if someone had Tinder Dance or something, if this was it was there to mainly counter my Will-O-Wisp. So I couldn't do anything there, the close combat was going to OHKO, my Sash broke a long time ago. So Abomasnow goes down. I'm like, damn. So I get buffed by the Hail there, and I think as well, when I got the Parahax, I actually went for Will-O-Wisp on the Hitmontop there, or at least a Scald or something. I can't remember what I went for, because this went down quite a fair time ago now. Anyways, that made a bit of a difference to the battle regardless. So, in comes the Glaceon. This is the first time I show the Glaceon in this particular team. So I get Parahax once again, and then that's another point in the battle where it could have been game-changing. You could have gone for the Skull, taken out the Hitmontop or whatever. Gyro Ball there. Not sure why they went for the Jellicent, if that was a misclick or what, because that would have done quite a considerable amount to my Glaceon. I go for the Shadow Ball here onto the Bronzong, and that's just going to miss out on the Oko there. Not too sure I've got min damage or if that's a special defensive Bronzong. Close combat there is going to miss out on the kill because I am a bulky Glaceon. Since I do give up my speed, I can put in extra EVs into my HP or my defense. I can't remember actually where I put them now. Anyways, leftover recovery there on the Jellicent, bringing it back to 100 health. Trick Room does wear off. I go for the Protect on the Glaceon to skip around for one more turn. And I should set up the Trick Room with the Jellicent. I can't remember if I got... No, I got it set up. So there goes up the Trick Room. Luckily, no paralysis. Unfortunately, though, because I had to set up the Trick Room once again, that was another missed opportunity on taking out a Pokemon. So I don't think Hell's sticking around either, which is another disadvantage for me as well. Hitmontop goes to the Feint, hoping to get the kill, but unfortunately do miss out by 5 health, which is good for me. Skull finally goes off onto the Bronzong, takes out the Bronzong. I'm like, yes, that finally goes down, which means I can go for Blizzard. I luckily hit. I probably should have gone for Shadow Ball, making sure I did hit. That was a very, very, very risky move on my part, but it definitely played off very well there, kind of making up for the paralysis that I've got caught with so far. Alright, so the last two Pokemon is Raichu and Ray Ray. And I'm like, this is definitely not going to be Mega Ray Ray. By the way, that was sarcastic, because we all know it's going to be Mega Ray Ray. I'm like, well, this is not good because Delta Storm is going to make it resist, or neutral, at least times 2 to Ice, which does make a bit of a difference. Alright, so I go for the Protect here because I'm obviously expecting Fake Out and E-Speed. Ray Ray actually goes for the Protect, so I'm like, oh, that's not good because I done goofed here. I shouldn't have gone for Will-O-Wisp. I knew the Raichu was done on low health, and I knew the Scald would have had a chance of taking out the Raichu. And at the same time, Safeguard was up. I done goofed. That was my last mistake. And that was a mistake that broke the camel's back, unfortunately. I actually had a chance of winning, and I blew it with that. So Will-O-Wisp finally goes on the Ray Ray, but unfortunately, it's a little too late. GG KrimZen, as I said, it's enough to break the camel's back. So Volt Switch there from the Raichu brings the Jellicent down into the yellow. My Curse Body does kick off, which is good, so it can't use the Volt Switch again. And remember as well, these are the last two Pokemon as well. So the burn is going to do a little bit of residual damage there to the Rayquaza. And I got Blaziken in the back as well. So this is my last two Pokemon. I get Parahax once again. This game does not like me, I swear. And I miss with Rock Slide. It's like, no, the universe does not want me to win. Oh, so Raichu goes down. But unfortunately, as I said, the damage has been done. And this Rayquaza can just go Dragon Ascent. And, well, because I got no defensive AVs at all in my Blaziken, it means, well, Blaziken is just going to meet an oblivion of Okos. I think that did like 1,000 damage or 1,000% damage or something. Well, yeah, just, that might have been an over-exaggeration, but it's probably about right since it was about two IVs in defense or something, I can't remember. Anyways, it's down to my last two Pokemon here from both sides, so it did get a special defense drop, and I'm like, I may be able to live it, and Curse Body can kick in and just prevent that from using it. And just for salt to the wound, it gets the crit. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if that crit mattered or not, but I'm like, just to get that far with that team up against a team like that, I did play considerably well, regardless of the little mistakes that I did. But as I said though, if you are an upcoming battler who does want to improve their skills, or someone who is starting out, do that strategy. Do a battle if it's close, or even if it's not close. Save it at the end, play it back, see what you did wrong, or see what parts you could have done even better. Even replay the battle with the same team, or as I said, you can use another team if you want to use that opposing team as kind of like training goals or something. Doing that will definitely improve the way that you battle, because obviously a AI will take over the team. I'm not really too sure if they'll play the same way as the opponent did or whatever. It's been a while since I've actually done that. I mainly just looked over this team. I think I looked over about 10 times or something. I was going, I should have done something differently there, should have done something differently there, but the main thing that really did screw me over, obviously, was the para hacks. That, combined with a few mistakes, definitely can lead towards, obviously, a defeat. A bit salty, but at the same time very proud with the fact, as I said, I did considerably well against the fact that it's a VGC 16 team. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for tonight's video. That was a very long battle indeed, and there was a lot of explanation too, because so much was going through my head. I hope you guys enjoyed that and the double upload for tonight. As I said, I'm going to try and end the ORAS era off with a few double battles, because I do have quite a lot of battles saved in my versus recorder. So I want to go through, get them all done, get them out there before Sun and Moon comes out. Maybe a few other inspirational things as well, just to show off before we move on to the next era. So anyways, guys, until next time, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!